you there? Are you a freehand tailor? Do you know transiting from freehand to pattern is way easier for you than someone starting from the beginning? Yes. If you want to transit, you just have to say to yourself, okay, get your paper, draft on the paper like you're drafting on fabric. You know how you outline everything on the fabric? Do the same thing on paper. That is how it's done. As you go, you learn all the magic, all the contouring, all the every other part of the draftings that we see on paper. It's easier for a freehander to transit than a beginner, because a beginner has to go through with the measurements, the marking out the lines and everything, but you already knows how it's done. You don't need to, you won't find it difficult transiting. I'm a freehand tailor. I can do the pattern drafting stuff. I can also do my freehand. So there is nothing stopping you if you want to do your freehand. It's not stopping you in anything. It's not even difficult. I know we see it as a waste of time, but sometimes it's not really what we think it is. It helps you to do some alterations. You can easily see your mistakes and correct them than on fabric. Because I remember there is this year I made a dress for my sister. I forgot to add seam allowance. You can imagine, I forgot to add seam allowance on that, on while cutting my fabric. So after the whole stuff, after joining the fabric, I came to find out that it couldn't fit. The front bodies didn't fit. It was kind of small. I was asking myself what really happened, and looking at it, I took the measurement. I found out that I didn't add allowance. So the little allowance I added for the side seam was what I used to join the middle parts. You see, assuming I had used pattern to draft, I would have seen the mistake and corrected it. But because I did it on clothes, I was kind of in a hurry. I don't really know what happened to me, so that made me to led me to that mistake. But at the end, what did I do? I have to find a way to make it look good. Like when you see the dress, you won't even know that what happened there was a mistake, not a style. Because I did it in a way that it looks like a style. Anyone that sees it will be like, wow, this is beautiful. But what they didn't know was that it was actually a mistake. Let me say a corrected mistake I did there with the fabric I placed there. So assuming I'd used pattern to do the cutting, I would have seen the mistake. I would have seen the mistake and corrected it. So if you are scared, or you kind of find pattern drafting like it's a waste of time, and yeah, sometimes it's a waste of time, but it really helps. So you don't need to be scared of transiting. You can still use both, because there are some styles you will need freehand to cut. It's not all style that you draft on paper. There are some you just draft it on the fabric, do your cutting and get going with the sewing without all the necessary procedures. All right, so if you want to transit, go ahead and transit. There is nothing too hard there. You can do it. Just say to myself, I can do it. If they can do it, I can do it as well. So that is all I have for you. Bye.